What's up, fellow YouTubers, subscribers, and viewers? Welcome back to my channel, Out of Context. I'm your host, GD. I'm bringing you some more World of Tanks in our game series, the series where we play a bunch of games in succession. And today we're going to continue where we last left off in World of Tanks, going up towards getting the FV304. So basically the Tier 6 not tank destroyer SPG for, well, the UK. But before I do that, because we're trying to take advantage of the double crew XP per win, so every time you basically get a win in a game, you get double XP for your crew experience. I want to play at least, well, as many games as it requires in order to get a win in this guy. And then once we do that, then we'll play in these three guys here, get the first win of the day experience in these vehicles, train up the crew, and continue on our way towards getting the Bishop. And then from there, going towards the FV304. We will probably only get up to the Bishop today, but who knows? Actually, someone in the clan was asking about doing strongholds tonight. But I'm not sure if I'm interested in doing that. I think I just want to focus on getting the crew trained up in the Birch Gun and taking advantage of the fact that we have a double crew experience. Which, in combination with the chocolate that I'm running, I should be able to get the crew up. It really depends on how many games we get, but who knows, maybe if we get a really good game, it's possible that we can bring them up to the next level right away, which would be nice. And big reason why I want to use the experience boost is so that I don't have to spend as much on using this chocolate, so that I can, well, basically keep them on top. Because that's really the only thing that's really the saving grace in this vehicle right now. Actually, the chocolate is canceling out the negativity that the gunner is going to have. So, yeah. So I guess what we're looking at is retaining that 0.81% dispersion per 100 meters after basically the chocolate is gone. Or, you know, if we have chocolate left over, continue running it on the vehicle. But I don't think that's going to happen. I think ultimately we just want to make it so that we don't have to use consumables for this vehicle to operate, well, let's just say efficiently. But having said that, let's activate a reserve. I'm going to save these for the event itself, for the Conqueror gun carriage, because I don't want to run into a situation where we just can't make it. So we're basically just going to run at the 25%. Let's just take a quick look here. I won't respond to that yet. We'll see if there's more people that prepare to join up, and it could very well be that if we get to the Bishop or something like that, and everyone's online, you know, I just might get involved in some strongholds. But our stronghold battles are usually on Saturdays. They start at 6 my time, so Eastern Standard Time. But yeah, let's not worry too much about that. So we're on Mittengard. We're on the south side. And it's an even Tier 2 battle. Now, the thing is, the gun has a long aim-in time. So the idea that... Okay, so here's a thought. We aim up on that corner immediately. And I'm going to lock the tracks. And assuming someone goes onto this side. If no one goes onto this side, then we're not worried in the slightest. Do I dare make that shot? Yeah, no. That was not a good idea. Actually, we may not get much action here at all. I think we want to prepare for if these guys get overrun, and it looks like that's going to be the case. That wouldn't have been nice. Been pretty bad, honestly. I think we're gonna lose this one. Into the tracks. Wait, I didn't track both of them, did I? Oh, I did some damage there. Yeah, so that was interesting. No one came over to our side. A very unusual turn of events. Now, I think I know what we were doing wrong yesterday, and maybe the same sort of thing happened in that battle. What we need to do... Oh, I'll just send him a message. Just send him that message, just so he knows. Because I don't get to play too many games very often with him, but just figure I might as well put that out there. It's just platoon games, really. Yeah, so I think what I need to do is I need to watch for where my teammates are going and then make a judgment call as to where I need to be based on that. And it's kind of hard in this vehicle because you kind of have to dedicate yourself to a spot and say this is where I'm aiming in, because otherwise the big damage that this gun does just isn't going to be worthwhile. I mean, arguably, I shouldn't have even been shooting at a lower health target. I should be focusing on max health targets so that I get the most out of this gun. That's really what it is. And if you're not doing that, then you're putting yourself at a serious disadvantage. Now, I don't think I can just aim in over there, so I can't preempt a shot, so I have to move. Let me just double check quick. Oh, no, I could... No, not really, no. I was about to say I could aim up over there, but that's not really the case. And a couple of our guys are going super aggressive. Vehicle knocked out. What do we have here? Not too much available. Yeah, so another loss, but at least we did a lot better as far as damage was concerned. Having said that, though, that was a pretty, how do I put it? That was a pretty goofy match. Demetrius. Very goofy. Well, I'm pretty sure that we're going to get the levels, the next level anyways, for our commander. If we haven't gotten it already, I didn't take a good look. I was too focused on the other stuff. Invitation withdrawn, yeah. Yeah, it's still that. So... yeah, I guess the second game was kind of worthwhile for that chocolate. Bottom tier by 1 tier. I think ultimately I want to be in K5, back up against the building. But I'm not in that position, so I'm actually going to back up here.
Let's go.
Okay, so... I'm aiming in the gun. Oh, I didn't... yeah. I should have waited to see if he was going to stop. Okay, that's bad. No. His body seems to be pretty bouncy, so if I can get shots on him, that's a big roll. He's not dead, but I'm happy that I at least got the roll there. Unfortunately, I can't finish him off. If you hold out a bit longer, I can knock out this guy.
Enemy armor is destroyed.
I don't see where he is. That's a shot in. Got taken out. Okay, so all right, I'll take that. Okay. Yeah. That's all good. Okay. Oh yeah, and it wasn't even, well, whatever. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Might as well use it on here though. Okay, let's return crew here. Get some experience. Yeah, so the mission that acquires the tokens for that acquiring the credit chest, those missions can still be done, even though we've already got the credit chest, and I'm pretty sure we'll get the experience today by doing that. So, excuse me. Shouldn't be a problem accruing that experience. What is it? T36 GMC. A couple of other vehicles. Any M2 lights? We do have some M2 lights. The enemy team. So I'm gonna go to my usual position at, what was it, J7? Is it J7? Yeah, it's J7. Pretty sure it's J7.
Time to roll out.
I'm not sure how I feel about being up on top of that rock, honestly. It seems like a very exposed spot. Okay. Ooh, I think he just goofed himself there. Okay. Yeah, that was my bad. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm just, Yeah, yeah, there was really no excuse for that. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm just too used to. I'm just not used to how slow the shot is going, and that's the thing in the G.Pz Mk. I don't like shooting at moving targets because the chances of missing that target and not doing anything are very high. So it's very easy to get used to not hitting moving targets, period. And that's kind of what you want to go for. So I don't know. Maybe I'm just getting used to that, or maybe I'm just overthinking it. Maybe, to be perfectly honest, the reason why I'm not doing so well is because I'm just, you know. Actually, you know what? I don't really know. But we'll see if I can figure this out. We'll see if I can figure this out, and if I can't, it's really gonna suck. So, the Loyd GC, we are top tier. Not a lot of... yeah, okay. Okay, we're gonna go for something a little bit off meta, at least for me. We're gonna go to the west.
Let's get this show on the road.
No, there's not much point for that. Right, so the shots take... How far away is that? Actually, that's a pretty decent distance, considering. Yeah, actually, I should have repaired my engine too. I'm not used to doing that. Well, hold on a second. We'll get a response from them in a bit. I didn't get a good look at the list. Okay. Same position as before, but I don't know. The gun may not be as sensitive when aiming in as I'm thinking it is, and that could be the reason why I'm performing poorly. Because that's the thing, you can't just jerk the cursor because it throws all your aim time out. It wastes all that aim time. So that's why I move my cursor very slowly when the aim time is low. And that's what I'm used to, the aim time being low. Right? Okay. Where are you moving? Where are you moving? Are you moving? Okay. Okay, that would have been bad. I don't want to move my cursor too far that way. Could my cursor have gone all the way over here? Poorly in shot. That guy moves pretty fast. Because I'm at a downward angle. I wondered about that. That works. Actually, I should have predicted that. He's trying to dodge. Best spot to go. Pretty sure we're going to win this one. Okay. Mm-hmm. Return to crew. Yeah, I was actually looking at the service record score, and it's actually gone down significantly. I get the feeling it's because I'm going through so many, like trying to train these guys up. But I don't know, like it. Like, I think it's mostly just because I don't know. I'm just having difficulty working in these crews. But having said that, you know, they're not bad vehicles. I don't think they are. It's just that I'm kind of handicapping myself by not putting putting gold towards getting a 100% crew. Because with artillery, and that's why I don't believe in the idea that artillery overpowered. You know, I don't think they were overpowered before. I don't think they're overpowered now. I don't think there's any point in removing them from the game. I honestly do think, though, that the difficulty of training an artillery crew when you're not putting gold into getting a 100% crew right off the bat, that is super difficult. It is. Now, there are certain vehicles where you can kind of get away with that, but then there are other vehicles that just, like the G.Pz Mk, it's, you know, in a sense, it's a terrible vehicle. It is. Because it's not, I guess, newbie friendly. You know, you can't easily be a new player, get into that thing, and just start tearing it up. Unless you're going in for close quarter stuff. But then, what's the point in being that artillery, right? You're basically just guarding corridors. Do I want to even try and shoot at this guy? He's looking at something. Can anyone spot him? I don't know if anyone can spot him. Well, I'm not going to worry about it. I can't worry about it. I just gotta shoot at whatever I can here. He's dealing with him, so that should be fine. 2 medium. He's not getting fired upon. Damaged his tracks a little bit. Shot fell short. Best I can do is probably keep him from getting forward, but even that's not going to happen. He's getting surrounded. Other people are getting taken out. Got a PZ down there. Alright. the shot moves slower.
Critical hit. Critical hit. Critical hit. We're done for. Everyone get out.
Actually, I could have just climbed. I don't know. I may have slid off the rocks into the water. Well, the water's not actually that deep. Yeah, I just didn't. I don't know. Really trying to think of what I could have done better. I think the problem is I'm messing up the psychology in my head because I mean I think I'm trying too hard to predict where people's movements are, and so I'm taking too long to make shots. It creates a situation of impatience. And I think as a result of that, it's making the game much harder for me to contribute to, especially at lower tiers. I think because the game is much faster paced, I would say. I could be mistaken with that assessment, but yeah. Otherwise, I'm really at a loss right now, and yeah, it's definitely showing. It is definitely showing. If we seemed to be doing fine before, I think. I don't remember. All right, let's drink some water first off. Because that might make a difference too. Can't think when you're dehydrated. Okay, so we're bottom tier. Monolights. Yeah, I don't know. I think the strategy of waiting to see where opponents go, and it's weird because the gun aims in pretty slowly at these lower tiers, so it's like you have to be able to predict where people are going. It's not as easy as at, like, let's say tier 6 in my M44, where the gun just aims in really quickly. So you don't have to worry about long aim-in times and all that. I'm not going to readjust my gun for that. Let's just focus on what we can focus on. Spot something, I'll shoot something. That's what it is, basically. Okay, that's a hit. Yeah, I'm not going to worry about shooting at him, I don't think. Oh. But I will try and make a shot on this guy. Not well. These guys are pushing up. Oh, that was bad.
Critical hit.
Get at least one hit though. Good. Right. Well, that was definitely a risk of taking that shot. Flying pretty close there. Actually, you know what? I think it's a good thing that I snapped that shot. That was the best. Yeah, no, I understand how this Luch's feels. I really do, but I can't do anything about that crew percentage. Yeah, there's not much else to do. I think I just have to move with this guy. Okay, that was tough, and it was really tough. Well, there were a couple of reasons, but one of them I wasn't hitting very many shots. Actually, I was hitting more shots that game than I was in any other, at least for today, and even so. Even the Luchas was noticing. Now, I'm not sure if he was actually getting upset at me or he was just getting upset, period. You know, I really don't know. But I can understand his frustration. That's why I do think it's kind of ridiculous, the idea that people think artillery is overpowered or it's ruining the game. Like, I don't know where their mind is at. I really don't. Because that's stupid. It's idiotic. Someone who says something like that, I don't think they really know what they're talking about. Small-minded, simple-minded. Actually, well, here's something. It's not necessarily that they're bad at the game. Well, actually, no. What I'd be suggesting is that they're bad at the game. But not necessarily that they're unskilled. It's that they don't have a wide enough perspective to understand what's going on in the entirety of the game. And honestly, I may not have all of that either. I may be able to recognize certain things at certain times, but I do have limitations, like especially when I black out, because I'll be in the moment doing something, and then the next moment I have absolutely no idea what I just did. It's like some sort of I don't know, some sort of psychological thing that gets triggered. It's to be assured, it's a pain in the ass, but it's something that exists. So I can't really say any more than that. That's backwards. It's frontwards. Well, that kind of sucks. I have no idea if the Wolverine's still there. Still up there. Oh, that's a hit, at the very least. That shot went in. Oh, that doesn't happen often. I'll tell you that much. Was the shot aimed in all the way? Maybe it wasn't. It's quite possible. Actually, he would have been a much better target. Shot went low, and that actually went in my favor.
Critical hit.
Can't shoot at him. That's crazy. Like, seems like we hit a lot of vehicles, but even so. We are still far behind. I was gonna say, I don't think the Birch Gun is good without a 100% crew. But what can you do? Well, I mean, it's not like I've decided I'm gonna retrain the entire crew to 100% because this is ridiculous. You know, I could do that. But I've stuck with it thus far. I guess I figure I might as well go as far as I can. Try and get it to work and all that. Actually, how much experience was it? 33? Or 333? I mean, it says that that's its top speed. But I don't think it actually has the engine power to reach that top speed. Like, the limitations of its driving speed on regular terrain, and I think it has to do with the engine, you know, because it only gets like a tier 1 engine, so it really has no mobility at all. Having said that, it has a turret, but again, it's not the best turret either. So, I don't know. Maybe we just have to stop worrying about trying to do well and just get interesting games. And there's a distinction between the two. There is. You can have fun games without doing, well, really well. You just kind of got to know where to position yourself, and that's pretty much it. You know what? Screw it. Change of pace. I'm going to take this thing into the city. Nice.
That was close.
Well, I think given the way this thing is, it's almost pointless to run pudding and tea on it. It's just not an investment that will pay off. So, not even gonna bother. Yeah, we'll just end up wasting resources. We'll just end up wasting resources, so we're not even going to worry about that. Just going to leave the dispersion the way it is. The terrible dispersion. Actually, this is kind of useless on there too with that, but you know what? We'll leave it on there for now. Because you never know. It might feel great. We'll just keep rolling. Just keep rolling. How many in? the clan do we have right now? I'll take a quick look in TeamSpeak. Just pop in and then pop off. Yeah, I know we're disconnected.
Connected.
Yeah, only 3 people, so...
Disconnected.
No interest. Not of mine. Okay, so... question is, what do we want to do? Where do we want to go? I think it might be fun to go over to G1. If we run into contacts, we run into contacts. If we don't, we don't. Besides, we'll get this downhill boost. See the top speed of this thing in action. Oh yeah. Look how fast this sucker goes. No way. Can we get a shot in here? Maybe. It. Yay! I like to think that I helped there. Of course, if someone doesn't want to give me credit, you know, it's perfectly understandable. If that hit anything. Well, that's an interesting looking tank. Wait, who's firing at it? Oh, it's that guy. I thought he was much closer. He must have backed off. I didn't know. I guess some spotting damage, I suppose. But yeah, not having the putting in T on there really takes off of the requirement to do well in this vehicle. And I know that sounds kind of counterintuitive and unfair to other players, but honestly, if you have the ability to use a 75% crew in this vehicle and it doesn't work out, like, and maybe that sounds kind of strange, but honestly, why would you make it so that you could play, well, actually, that's not fair either, because you could play in a 50% crew, but that just wouldn't work. I mean, if you think 75% crew is bad in artillery, then 50% crew,
The turret ring is damaged. We can
like I've had to do that before, and it's not good. So I just don't think that if you're in a 75% crew to train up a vehicle, I just don't feel like it should be that hard to do decent. I'm not talking about excellent, you know, top of how well people will do in the vehicle. I mean just decent. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, I mean, really, if you want to try and hit your shots, it's all about RNG up to maybe a shorter distance, in which case, you know, you got a gun platform, which does fire pretty fast. I'll have to give the Birch Gun that. Like, if it were 100% crew, this thing could probably, it would probably have enough accuracy to track a target and keep them tracked. But as of right now, it just doesn't have that. It just doesn't have the accuracy to do that. And I think maybe that's where training for a crew could get sort of a trade-off. Now, that's the thing though, when you go over 100% and you start getting into the 127s and the 132 percentage, adversely it would have to be that the accuracy doesn't go up anymore, right? So what you're asking for is an easier grinding process, but a much harder late game process, because now you can't add to the performance of those vehicles. You can't get that little bit of boost that will significantly change your overall performance, because you're just able to do those things that otherwise you just wouldn't be able to. So, I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's fine the way that it is. But at that point, you have to expect that you're playing for the fun of it. And that's as far as it goes, right? You're just playing for the fun of it. You're not about stat padding or anything like that. Because otherwise, you are looking at paying the money to get 100% crews when you get those vehicles every time. That's what you're looking at, right? So I'm actually going to shift myself to the side a little bit here, just so that I can potentially get shots towards our front. And then I'll just reposition. Will we be able to get good shots off? Who knows?
critical hit.
He didn't show any module damage. I must have damaged his gun though. Do I dare try and make a shot? know if he's still in that spot. Oh, okay. I think that just went above his head. And that's game. I can't remember how much health the Sexton II was on, but I think it would have been too much for me to, because I think he was, what, tier 9? Was he tier 9? I'm pretty sure he was tier 9. Let's preview the vehicle. Or sorry, Skoda T24. Maybe I'm thinking T25. Skoda T25. Okay. Yeah, you can't expect too much out of these gunners until they reach puberty. How much research? Well, I mean, it's not too far off. And then it's out of the then it's out of this vehicle and into the Bishop. Yeah, the Bishop. Pretty sure. Yeah. Okay. Siegfried line.
Time to roll out.
Actually, I have a pretty good... Probably not going to peek there. What are we looking at? Fair enough. Yeah, there's no point in stopping to aim. You just fire and keep moving. Or just keep moving. I mean, don't even waste ammunition, I suppose. Don't waste ammunition. Just because I have a full manifest of shots that I can put out doesn't mean that I have to do anything with them. Doesn't mean I have to do anything.
Time to roll out. That was close. Enemy vehicle destroyed.
Okay, that was cool. Oh no, I'm aiming in my shots. What am I doing? Shouldn't be wasting time aiming in shots. It's ridiculous. See, look. If I just didn't aim in the shot, that would have been a different story. Yeah, that's way better. But I mean, yeah, you know, aim in a couple shots is fine, I guess.
Critical hit.
Yeah, I mean, there it worked fine.
Critical hit. Critical hit. Enemy vehicle destroyed. Enemy armor is destroyed.
Oh well. Now that was a fun game. And no, it's not about like the kills and stuff that I get. I mean, oh really? All right. But that's the thing, you know, playing it like the G.Pz Mark VI, where you mark a line and that is your kill zone basically. That's one thing. But I mean, the Birch Gun, it has the freedom of moving in any direction that it wants while moving its gun. So why not move it while it's moving its gun? And I guess that's the idea, right? Because it has the not so powerful engine, it can't just go anywhere it wants to really quickly and then aim its gun in a direction. No. If you keep aiming the gun in, you know, wherever it is you need it to go, and you keep moving, that's a different story. And because it's not moving so fast, it gives you the opportunity to aim up at a location, or not really aim up. I suppose there is some aiming that is involved, but the thing is, while it's on the move, it's not going to retain all that accuracy. So I think something that would be really cool with this vehicle would be those two perks of Smooth Ride and what the heck's it called? Snapshot. I think those would be good in this vehicle. Like, I really do.
Let's go.
The only question is, where do I want to go in this thing? Ooh, he's backing off. Wonder how far back he's going. You just keep going and going. I don't know if I can actually damage this guy.
Critical hit. We're done for. Everyone get out.
Yeah, you just gotta keep moving. That's it. I'm just gonna go an entire game without aiming in any shots at all. And, I don't remember what I was gonna say, but anyways. Yeah, I'm just gonna go an entire game without aiming in. Just keep moving. I was actually moving backwards there. If I was moving forwards, I may have been able to escape that. If I kept moving forwards, probably would have been even better. I wonder if there's a difference in the amount of accuracy retained moving backwards as opposed to forwards. I've never really experimented with it because honestly, yeah. Well, at least their levels are staggered, so when one is done, eventually the other one's kind of done. Alright, we're bottom tier by 2 tiers. No point in declaring my position in this thing. Oh, what did I say about not moving? Apparently I was lying. I'm sorry, did I say that I wasn't going to stop moving in this game? Well, I guess I lied. It's just too tempting.
Critical hit. Critical hit.
Alright, there we go. No. I won't shoot my own ally. What do you think I am? Crazy? See if it was gonna hit. It was. Stretch. Meow. See, we're playing not to be so serious, and we're doing better. Look at that. Look at that difference. Actually, that is a pretty big difference. Wait, what? Oh, okay. So the commander's improved to the point where now he's reducing that even more. Reducing the negative effect, which is good. It's very good. Mm-hmm. Whoops. I tackled my headphones while they were on my head. Very interesting predicament, to say the least. Let's see if any of the clan is on the freaking TeamSpeak. Oh, I know.
Connected. Disconnected.
Yeah, there's like 4 people in there, including me. That would be 5, but well, we're not doing any skirmishes tonight. I'm okay with that. So we're bottom tier by 1 tier.
Move out.
I'm not sure how well we can do over here, but let's give it a go. Fastest way would probably be through here. Ready for broadside. Probably should have started turning my my hull there. To meet with them forces. Losh company.
The engine is damaged. Critical engine damage. We're stuck here.
That's interesting. He's using HE. I don't think that's the only kind of ammunition in that vehicle. Then again, I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know. Actually, it's probably better to move with the bigger group. But you can't tell right away where the bigger group is, because everybody takes so much time to do their thing. More experience. Hells yeah. We'll do that. Use up that stuff. Use up that stuff. Yeah. Do. Got a fire in the move. Fisherman's Bay. Now, I'm not sure how well this thing would do in the city.
Let's go. We didn't penetrate their armor. We're done for. Everyone get out. Track hit. Our fuel's hit. We've lost half our gas.
There you go. Actually, our team probably didn't even... Well, that might not be true. Because by capping, you're forcing them to come out to you, right? And they're already sort of camped up. Oh yeah, bottom of the team. Okay, so these last couple of games sort of refresh my mind a little bit. And we'll try to make some stronger judgments as to where we should go in the Birch Gun. We know that we have a fairly fast rate of fire at tier 4. So that's something that we should take advantage of. Being able to hit weaker targets, that's sort of a priority. Or causing damage to higher tier targets like module damage, particularly track damage, because that's a bit easier to cause, to sort of guarantee. And we should probably just try for doing that. Question being, where do we want to move the Birch Gun in this particular game? Maybe E7? Maybe there's a position around E7 that we can take advantage of? Because going all the way to the north might take too long. A lot of guys going down that way. Let's lock the gun. There's no point in stopping for that. Artillery's focusing on me. I believe my team can take advantage of that. Oh, okay. The pattern on the back almost made me think of like a stairwell in the distance, which would have been strange to scale considering.
Ammo stowage is hit. We're lucky it didn't blow. We've lost a track.
What was that by? It would have had to have been the M41 HMC.
We're immobilized.
Maybe not? I wonder if you can get up there. Then again, that might put him too far away from that bush. And if he's too far away from the bush, someone might be able to sneak around it and give him a 1-2.
Our engine is knocked out. We've lost a track.
What are these? Oh. Oh, right. Yeah, I'm not worried about trying to get that. No way. Not in the Birch Gun. Mind you, I did get one game that was pretty good in the Birch Gun because I think I was able to get one of those yesterday. I think. Can't remember exactly. Wait. How much till next level? Oh, okay. That's fine. Whenever you sense danger, relocate your SPG. You'll survive longer. Thanks for the tool tips, friend. I wouldn't have known otherwise. You've saved my life. Actually, there's a little spot right here. I'm not sure if that will be good. Let's go for it and see what happens. That's pretty far away. If he's tracked, he might be there. No, he wasn't tracked. How about that? Can't make shots against him. I wasn't actually expecting that shot to hit, and it didn't. I just figured I might as well shoot something. Nice. Accuracy. There's no such thing as accuracy in this vehicle. Go back to where you came from. Accuracy. We don't want your kind around here. Damage. We don't want your kind around here. Mobility. We don't want your kind around here either. And armor. Get the hell out of here. What do you think this place is? You see, when you're in a vehicle like this, and your crew's piss poor, and you're not getting very good games, you have to think, oh, hold on a second. Is it about having good games, or is it about having a good time? Some people don't associate the difference between the two. Think of it like a story. You got some guys in this thing, and some people think, oh yeah, it's good. No, it's shit. So what do? You play it the best you can based on the whole it's shit idea. That's what you do. See? It's shit. So what do you do when things are shit? Well, you shoot as though it doesn't really matter. Because in the end, it really doesn't. Because it doesn't matter how well you think you might be doing in this vehicle, you're not doing good at all. That's the whole point. See? That could have been a perfectly aimed shot, and maybe it was. But it doesn't matter. Now that was a poorly aimed shot. But it still doesn't matter. Yeah, what about this guy here? No. It doesn't matter. Got tracked, so that's pretty cool. Let's see. We did a little bit of damage. Isn't that amazing?
Critical hit.
There we go. Look how well we're doing in this thing. We're not. Oh no, we're doing really well with this thing. So you see, look. Beautiful. That was pretty close. The important thing is that it was pretty close. The shot went in. Did it do anything of significance? No. But that doesn't matter. Can we actually shoot at guys over here? We sort of can. So let's sort of try. Let's track.
We didn't even scratch them.
I think he's dead. Oh yeah, they took him out. Nice. Well, no choice now but to go into the city and cause havoc. We didn't even scratch them. Oh, I missed it. What is this, World of Warships? Start side strafing around someone's vehicle. Da, 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 do, 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 do. What the? Get off me, you filthy dog! Talk tough to me, I like tough guys. Let's get to bashing butts, as well as these nuts. Good old manslayer. Report to the ship as soon as possible. Bang, okay. Oh joy, where do we want to go now? Let's go to this forward position here. Why? I'm not telling. Oh, you want to get long distance shots so you get good trajectory into your shots. That's an interesting point, friend. Fuck, this is the police. Drop your hands and put your weapons in the air. Sure, someone thought that that was a good line. Nice. Nice. Oh, friend. I guess everybody's a one-shot, huh? Well, I'm not sure about the Type 95. He's same tier. There you go. Oh, did he track him? There you go. Good game for you guys. Crew is crucial. I'm actually glad about this weekend thing because improving my crew is of great importance. Wait. Oh, right, yeah, because he's getting boosted by the commander's bonus. The commander's bonus. So the Electo causes team damage. Here we're bottom tier. Bottom tier. I like to play World of Tanks.
Time to roll out.
I can go anywhere I want. The reason I can go anywhere I want is because my gun can point in any direction I want. Except in directions that are blocked by buildings, because I'm not allowed to shoot through buildings. That wouldn't be overpowered in the slightest. Ooh, that would be tasty. should have held that round. I should have, but I didn't. Oh, I saw that. Went right under the bottom of the tank. And I'm 37. Metal baby. Do it, man. Trying to figure out what he wants to shoot. Actually, is the Hellcat blocked? Oh, the Hellcat's dead now. Go check out the Hellcat. Oh, the AMX CLC. No way, bro. I gotta see this metal action.
They killed our driver. We're covering his position, but not very well.
This is crazy. Look at that guy go. He's getting kills on kills. Oh, that was team damage. Nice. That was a perfect game. We got killed by the Pro Tomato. Ouch, my knuckles. Oh, I need to get a bit more water.
Let's get this show on the road. Yep, just shoot down. That was close. Got him.
I think we're gonna get the bum shot here.
Critical hit.
Oh, I got one shot into him. 2 shots until 1 kill and 1 hit on the KV-1S. Oh, nice. So now we get to play in a different vehicle. Now, which, I'm assuming he has... Like, what? Interesting. Okay. I'll take your word for it, friend. Hells yeah. We'll buy that vehicle. Purchase without a crew. Load standard ammunition, I suppose. There we go. Alright, so now all we have to do here is unlock this and then go straight to this. Alright, so let's send the crew to barracks. And here we go. So, put that commander in. Put, who would take less time? Yeah, to train up would be him. He'll go in, and let's do the lesser one. And yeah, let's go with that. Okay. Now, can't add any equipment. Not yet, anyways. Automatically resupply. Resupply that. Accept. And done. Wait. Oh, right, because we already resupplied the ammunition when we started. Okay. Tanked, man! Tanked! Actually, did it go up a little bit? I'm not sure. Yeah, because that little fiasco there. Or not fiasco, wrong term. Actually, I can't think of it. So. Too bad. Gonna play in Mr. New Boy here. Okay, so we are top tier on fjords. Now it'll be interesting to see what range we have on this gun. Excuse me, so we'll take a quick look at that. Then we'll decide where we want to use this guy.
Let's get this show on the road.
Oh my. Really? Now that is interesting. I didn't check to see what kind of damage this does. Wow, really? How accurate is this thing? It looks like it's fairly accurate. Wait a minute, hold on a second, hold on a second, hold on a second. Okay, not gonna lie, I'm a bit confused right now. Actually, wait, hold on a second. This is... No, these don't do stuff. Accuracy... Yeah, I don't know about that.
Critical hit. Critical hit.
Okay, so yeah, I really don't know what to make of that. So, uh, so it looked like it only had like 2 meters, or 200 meters of firing range, which I thought was surprising. But then I was able to go out to, I think it was 700, but then it stopped at 500. So, yeah, I don't know. It's it feels weird, that's for sure. Definitely not the way I would expect it to feel. But then again, I don't know what to expect. Okay, so let's get into an open area and see what it looks like. All right, and maybe we'll get some. Maybe we'll get a consistent understanding of how much range this thing has and where it should be used. Because based on the trajectory that I think it has, it's probably around 800, 900, maybe 1,000.
Let's go.
Now, what's top speed? Wow, fairly slow. Okay, what is the range of this gun? Okay, so I still can't tell if it's short range or not. Yeah, I don't know. The range on this thing is just, it's too confusing. Okay, so it stops at about 500. I think.
Critical hit.
Hmm. Okay, so maybe I'm starting to see a pattern here in what the UK artillery are like, or at least right now. So far, with the Sexton II, the Birch Gun, and the Bishop, with no limitation to range, not really considering the limitations of range or otherwise. They're low damage, and that's about it thus far. But that's the one consistent thing so far between tier 3s and tier 5s. They're low damage. And if the FE304 is an example of what it is I'm going to run into, it's probably going to be low damage as well. So yeah. Unfortunately, right now, accuracy is not one of their strengths. So it makes me wonder. I'm guessing it's the same thing. You know, they're not about accuracy. They're about doing small amounts of. Actually, no, that wouldn't make any sense. That wouldn't be balanced. I don't know. I'll figure out what their strengths are eventually, but as of right now, they don't have any strengths. They're just a difficult line to get through. Look, they're quirky, I'll give them that. I mean, the, what is it, the Loyd gun carrier basically has no armor whatsoever in the back. It's basically an open vehicle. Well, there are other vehicles that are open that have armor, but it has pretty much no armor at all. A little bit on the sides, but nothing of significance. The Sexton II, actually, what was unique about that? Well, it just did lower damage. The Birch Gun did about the same amount of damage. And the Bishop actually does the same amount of damage as them too. The only difference is it can get into tier 7 matches.
Time to roll out.
Baseball tough. Oh yeah, tough. Actually, is this gonna be... I really hate it how you can't actually find out the range of things by just looking at a long distance. So this isn't a good spot. Would this be a good spot? going to be the trouble with landing shots on someone's roof. Okay, hold on a second. What is... I have no idea what the range is on this thing. Okay, I'm gonna try something here. And maybe this will make a difference. Oh yeah, that makes a huge difference. I spelled that wrong. Like, the only solution I can see is that because it's so sensitive to height, it basically means that if you, how do I put it? If you position the shot incorrectly, it's just it's just going to cut your range so much. I think that's what it is. If you're on a downward depression by any little bit, it will ruin the gun's range. Now, question. If I go like this, so 700. I think consistently it's 700. Let's just confirm. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I don't know. Well, to anyone who can run this vehicle, I give them props. I mean, I'm going to keep running it, but it's a finicky little thing from what I can see. Very finicky. Very finicky indeed. So, okay, what are the stats on this gun first off? I didn't really check this. Okay. Okay, so, I mean, it does have good dispersion. The only thing is, this isn't that dispersion. I mean, look, right there. The gunner is at, he loses 11% of his dispersion control. So, yeah, that's a big deal. Actually, according to this, what's he reducing that by? So that'd be 65? 65. Oh yeah, I guess with enough training, he'd reach a point where he was going beyond the normal dispersion value, which would be good. But you got to get to that point first. And what's the aim-in time like? The aim-in time is pretty bad. Pretty bad. So I guess at the very least I want to get the tracks. So that's... But I mean, aim-in time isn't really a problem. Well, yeah, I don't know. I'd have to think about this one. I have to think long and hard. But that's just taking away from our time in game. So let's just keep going. So with this vehicle, I have to be extremely careful about where I'm positioned, like what the angle is of the landmass that I'm on, because I can easily cut off a good portion of my yeah. So see, like on an angle like this, I think the same thing happened before, and it cut down our what was it? Okay, I get it now. So the reason why it's so finicky is because our gun elevation isn't very high, and the trajectory of our shot is very low. It's not a high trajectory. So what it means is whenever we fire this thing, we're actually losing some of our range. Yeah, and that was a bit too early. Yeah, I can't do anything about that, unfortunately. My shots are just going to be too inconsistent.
Critical hit.
That's a hit, though. Yeah, our firing trajectory is too long. So we can't do anything about that, and we just cut off our range. No, we should actually be pulling forward for this. Oh wait, no, he's dead. You know what? I just gotta go for the village. I can't do anything else.
Bail out. This vehicle has had it.
I gotta think about this. So... How should I use this? So you have to be mindful of the terrain that you're on in order to extend your range to the max limit, which is around 650 average. Let's just say 650 average. You need to use the terrain to increase the trajectory of your shot. You don't have a high trajectory shot. So what that basically means is, in order for you to hit your target, you need to be... oh man, is this too much for me to handle? Well, I'll tell you what, I'm going to take a short break and then I'll be right back.